how you doing, guys? Welcome back to the Bad Apples podcast. I'm here with me and Izzy, and Merry Christmas. Well, we're in the month of Christmas, aren't we?
Ho, 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 yeah. Christmas month. Don't be a hoe.
All right, Izzy, go.
I don't know. Okay, so I will start today. Today is a misconduct with a group of specials. Special Constable Paul Holly, and then former, I think it's 5 of them. 1, 2, and 3 of them have resigned. 2 of them remained, but 3 of them have resigned. The hearing was in October this year. So the allegations, another WhatsApp group, engaging in discriminatory, offensive messages concerning, amongst other things, minority groups.
Wait, how did they get this WhatsApp group?
So it was one of the officers was being investigated by another police force, and
we got nicked.
for something separate, yeah.
Okay.
And they
As
came
always.
across that police force. Referred these messages.
Do you know what the offence was, or did they just?
It doesn't say. Just
they conveniently didn't put in
matter.
what that person did.
Separate matter.
Yeah, just a separate matter. Yeah, he was accused of, I don't know, going through a red light, and they went through his phone.
Yeah.
That's not what it was, by the way. I'm just giving an example of how they take the piss.
Yeah. No, so it doesn't go into that. So anyway, it's a group of specials on a WhatsApp group. I will say a few of the comments in this WhatsApp group, which are there's so many, but the general gist is, and I want to focus on this officer, former Special Constable Holly. He made comments and posted pictures that were inappropriate.
What's inappropriate?
So an image of a child with a superimposed penis.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, well, it's like I don't understand. Referring to other officers, where's the gay? Then some transphobic comments.
Did they list them, or was that just?
No, they did list them, but I just.
Are they a bit too much to say? I mean, I can bleep it out.
They are. Well, I mean, okay, so. He posted a picture of a trans female, and followed by a comment saying, "That's a fella." I would 100% smash. Same here, 100%. And then one person said, "I'd ruin him." It's had a full sex change. She's all girl to me. Just this is a very hostile conversation.
Is that transphobic?
It is.
How?
It is.
How?
It is.
They're saying they're attracted to someone that's had a sex change that now.
I would ruin him.
Yes, they're being mildly grotesque.
Wait, hang on.
I would ruin him. It's not. It's not a him. It's a her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah,
Listen. I'm for accepting what people believe they are. If you have a sex change and want to be called by whatever name you want to, I will call you by whatever name you want. But where does it stop in the sense that other people have to acknowledge you as the sex that you determine you are, even if it's not necessarily true? That's my question.
Okay.
That's a question.
It's your question.
Because I don't seem to understand. If someone called me her...
But are you saying you're a trans woman?
If someone called... I want to put myself in the exact same situation. Not in the situation of being in the Metropolitan Police and someone deliberately taking the pee out of my sex. If there's a group chat and someone's referring to me and they refer to my gender as her just because they want to...
But are you a trans
Is that
woman?
necessarily derogatory?
Are you a trans woman?
I don't think it matters. It doesn't matter because you're still making the same insult to a person. Regardless of your sex, they're deliberately misgendering you.
No.
It's just this deliberate misgender.
Which is transphobia.
That's not them being scared because they're saying that they want to have sex with them.
It's not that they're scared. It's transphobia, hate can come out of fear.
But they want to have sex with them, so I don't understand what part of...
But
I'm trying to understand what part of what they've said is a dislike or a hatred towards those people, to what they said, to what those groups of people said about the person that they were referring to. What was the part where they hated them or scared of them? I know they were being rude. I'm not denying
Yeah.
that, but I want to know where were they? Where was the
So
hatred?
they've called her it. Okay, so that's the hate that's coming out of that's transphobia.
In
is
what
they're
context?
basically not dehumanizing. Yeah, can you'll say it better? Yeah.
It's the blatant disregard of what they have identified as, and in doing so, that's a form of transphobia.
But we do it every day with everyone
I
and
don't.
every other people.
I
That's
don't.
no. We do. But a lot of people do it every single day, and they'll do it in their private chats. I'm not
They
saying
shouldn't.
it's right.
Yeah.
I'm saying that when we analyze these things, we should look at it from the lens and the context of everyone and how everyone
Yeah,
acts.
but
not
everyone-
specifically that this person is a police officer, and the fact that we've got our eyes on it now. Because
No,
I'll
I
tell you
disagree.
I say this over and over again. People get into chat groups, and I may be the focus of chat groups for certain people, women, and they may say, I would destroy him, or it, or he would get it, or I would take, like, they will
I
make...
told you to stop going through my phone!
Shut up.
Yeah, but you're not. Yeah, but they're not saying, oh. He's a pussy. He's a girl.
No, but
no. They're
But
saying
they may say stuff like, I want to make him a femboy, or, like, there may be gay groups that have me in it that want to be derogatory.
That's not
But I'm just
impeding
saying...
on what you would identify as.
No, what I'm saying
They're just
is we need to
objectifying
look
you.
at it from the position of society as a whole and how we act,
No.
and not what we want
No.
society
Sorry,
to be. That's what I don't like.
No.
Izzy's point.
The
Yeah,
whole
go
of
on.
society could be doing something wrong. It doesn't mean it's right. 'cause
No, but we have to look at it
Sorry.
from the level of which society is, not what we want it to be. Because then we're not looking at everything fairly. Because people are picking and choosing. Oh, well, this is so unacceptable. I wouldn't tolerate it, but we do.
No,
we do. That's what I'm
we
saying.
don't.
We do.
Society doesn't.
We do tolerate it
Okay,
as a society,
society
and it's
does
not right,
it, and
but
a
it
lot of
happens
people,
a lot.
No, society does it, and a lot of people don't tolerate it, and a lot of people are trying to raise awareness about it that we shouldn't. So it doesn't mean we should just compare it because lots of people do it in society. So like, why are we making the big
No.
deal?
I'm
Is that
saying
what
the
you mean?
punishment should balance the how it is deemed in society as
Which
a
is not
whole.
good. Do you think society thinks it's okay to be transphobic?
I don't think they were being transphobic. I think they were being rude.
I can't cope.
Can I quickly say something? It's the confusion has happened because the way in which they were talking about the woman, they said the way in which they were talking, they were objectifying her,
Yeah.
and because they essentially dead named,
Yeah.
they essentially dead named the person, so and referred to them as their previous gender. So that's where the transphobic element comes in, but coupled with the objectification, that's what makes it all round offensive.
She's all
So
girl
it's
to me.
I'm not saying it's not offensive.
No, I'm saying from their perspective. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that I agree or disagree. I'm simply explaining what's happened there.
Yeah.
No, I understand that point. And I'm saying the frustration for me is that we look at it through this lens of I'm so perfect. Izzy, you may be, and that's okay. But I'm saying the
don't think
people that
I'm
are judging.
perfect.
No. I'm not trying to fire at you, Izzy.
Yeah.
I know you're not perfect, but you.
Do you want to fight?
Yeah, but you have higher standards than some people may say than me.
It's
but
not
I'm looking
higher
at.
standards. It's decency to not hurt other people's feelings or be.
I know that's
phobic.
fine, and I agree with that. But I'm
Yeah.
looking from the perception of it happens anyway. And I know it's
Yeah.
not. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it is wrong. These people talking like this privately, I
Yeah.
don't necessarily have a problem with. Because
Yeah, we
people
have
do it
different-
every
we have-
day.
yeah.
People do it all the time. So when it comes to me
That doesn't
punishing
make
these
it
people for these
right.
conversations, I'm going to punish them for what they've done,
Yeah.
not necessarily what they've said, because I don't like it. If what they've said is like racist or
It's
derogatory,
transphobic.
I don't think
It's a hate crime.
I don't know. They haven't committed a crime for it to be a hate crime. What crime have they committed? Because you have to have a crime for a hate crime.
Fine. It's not a hate
Yeah,
crime. But
I
but
would
it would
say
have if
it's
they just-
distasteful,
okay, if-
it's
okay.
rude, it's disgusting. Yes, all of those things are true.
right, I've got a question. If they
Yeah.
just said that to a trans female in public, is that a hate crime?
If you say, why would you?
I'd fucking
Yeah,
ruin him.
is it a
So
hate
why
crime?
is it
No,
different
well,
if
yeah,
it's
they'll probably
privately
say
said in
public
a-
order.
So why is it different if it's said in a private conversation?
Because you're not directing it at a person. You have to.
They
No one is
are,
the only.
indirectly.
Okay, the only reason we know about this conversation is because they have been caught out because someone got nicked and blah 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 blah. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of that person getting arrested, no one got hurt. People will say that their views are not acceptable. That is okay. I agree.
Okay, but
their
what-
views aren't acceptable.
What you're
but
forgetting, no one's got unhurt. You're forgetting something big in this, except lots of people. It's not just that person that could be hurt by this. It is all the other trans people in society under the Met would be hurt to think officers speak like that in private. It's
Of
not
course.
just because that one person didn't hear.
No.
Because
of
that's
course.
how they do the harm test in misconduct, which I don't agree with. Oh, the harm is low because it's in a WhatsApp group, so no one found out or no one saw.
But the harm is
But
low because it's in a WhatsApp group.
the physical, practical harm is low, but the general harm to society and what that could escalate into further down the line.
No,
and how
because then we start doing the minority report stuff. Then we start doing future crimes, and this is why the Met is so messed up, because they start going, oh, because you've done this. Prime example, the one we're going to talk about next.
Yes.
Then you're likely to do this.
Yes.
No, we
Yes.
can't do that. And they don't apply it across the board to everyone. So it's silly.
Okay, okay, I get what you're saying. Not likely to commit further crimes, but they need to be. There's a risk. There's a risk, like we see with sexual offences and flashing and low-level rape culture behaviours. Okay, not that you're going to end up being a rapist or a murderer, but there's a risk. There's a chance that your behaviour could escalate.
There's a
into
risk
something
for everyone.
Okay, but anyway, I
God.
I think this is transphobia.
Mm.
The Met think it's transphobia.
I don't trust the Met.
Hold on.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, the Met.
That's
they ain't
true.
know anything.
So just to be clear, it's what's happened there is called misgendering, which is a form of transphobia. Same way stereotyping can be a form of racism.
I'm trying to think of an
So
equivalent in another way.
just so I understand, yeah, because I'm fine with being wrong. If I deliberate misgendering of someone is transphobia.
It's a form of transphobia, yeah.
I disagree with that, but fine if that's the law.
Because I suppose
That's the definition.
Yeah,
It's not written
if
into
that's I disagree with that definition.
It's not written into law.
I'm just saying I disagree with
Okay.
that. I'm not saying it won't be harmful.
Yeah.
I just don't think that associate. I think that when people do it over and over, like people do it across the board for many different things,
Yeah.
and it doesn't fall into the categories of racism or sexism or any of the other stuff.
Yeah.
So for this specific one, I don't agree with it. But if that's what they say that it is, then that's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? So fine.
I understand where you're coming from, and I felt the same a couple of years ago, but I've started to realise that if someone's telling you I identify in this way and this is me, this is who I am, and you're telling them no, it's not, and I'm choosing
That's
to tell you
different,
what
though.
I think of you.
That's different. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
If someone is telling me, Dom, I am a woman, and can you please refer to me this way, and then I deliberately don't,
Yeah.
that's an issue. But if I'm in a group chat and that person isn't there and I want to identify them as however I want to, that's okay, because people do it every day. We do not always go, if someone wants to say that Dom is a white man and we're going to refer to Dom as white in our group chat, people do it. So when we're making the decision on people's private group chats, we can't go into context and go,
So
oh,
the
well,
issue
yeah.
Isn't the context of what they're saying, it's simply, it's in their private.
Yes,
Yeah, it's the
in
private
someone's
thing.
private conversation. If they take that outside and the allegation is that they did that to a transgender person, then yes, of course.
But do you know?
But
all
if
this
you can't take what people do privately and then twist it as though it's a literal
I 100%
an offense,
disagree.
it happened in a public domain. It didn't.
I don't think you'll say like, oh, okay, take these comments and that definitely means they're transphobes and that definitely means they're going to go and attack trans people and stuff. No, but I just think, you know, if someone's opening a little window or you found a little crack in the door to their opinions or their mentality, and this is what you're seeing, whether it's in banter in a WhatsApp,
yeah.
that's a red flag, and that does not belong in the police service. And I know
That's
our
okay.
different,
No,
I know our differing
whoa.
opinions.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So I would agree with you on that point as long as we do that across the board for everyone. And that's that's my problem. They don't.
But we have to treat. Yeah, I know.
No, that's
I
fine.
know,
If
I
you want to
know.
raise our standards to the point in
Yeah.
every facet of your life has to be of this level, that means, all right, cool, I'm going to go to the commissioner and say, what comedian do you listen to? Because I'm going to find something in what that you like
Yeah.
that is not acceptable. So the fact we don't do it across the board for every person, for everything,
get you,
means we
100%.
shouldn't be doing it for specific things.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I
Because
get
really,
you.
what they really do, they're just gaslighting everyone else. They're going, okay, for this specific situation, we're going to apply these rules. But for other stuff
Yeah.
like, I don't know, friends of Julian Bennett that know he takes drugs, is that acceptable?
Yeah.
No. But
Yeah.
do they still have a job? Yes.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
they're gaslighting us. They're going, okay, cool, you can't be transphobic. No, we don't accept that, but they accept everything else.
Yeah,
Do you feel me?
I do get you.
That's why I have to lean on the side of, no. It's a private conversation. It's distasteful. Punish them for that private conversation, but don't you dare try to punish them for the things that they said privately that we never
But you
would
said
have known.
punish. You just said punish them for WhatsApp conversation.
You could no. If
But don't
they
punish
found
them.
they found the WhatsApp conversation, punish them for the derogatory things that they said, but don't then try and apply and say, oh, this person's transphobic. No.
But
You
they
don't
said
get to do that.
transphobic things in a private conversation with other people.
Yes, but they did. But okay, do you know what? Fine, yes, because we've had the definition
Yeah.
explained to me. So yes, it is transphobic.
Or even not just
Even though I
not just
didn't understand
transphobic.
that.
I mean, like, where's the gay? Referring to someone, belittling them in terms of just calling them, where's the gay? Where's the gay?
Okay, I look at it like this. Where's the straight person? Where's the
Yeah, but you don't
heterosexual?
say that though. People would not, where's the straight person, but people would say, where's the gay, because that's another form of
Unless I'm
derogatory-
okay.
isolation.
I understand that point.
Like that's all they are.
But
a
we're
gay
acting as though
person.
it wouldn't happen in the reverse scenario.
It wouldn't happen in a verse.
So there are groups of gay people that say, "Where's the cisgendered or straight person?"
No, they wouldn't.
They do.
They
Well,
don't.
of course, of
I
course.
don't
that-
think they would.
There's no way I'm not.
think?
Because we're portraying the sections of communities that are sometimes attacked as perfect. They would never do that. Why would they do that? Of course, people do that because they're people. They're people are dicks, and we're forgetting that part aspect.
It might happen, but I just don't think. Okay. Well, still, instead of, do you know what? Do you know why I'm having a problem with this? Is that here we've got a list of things that have been said that are either derogatory, transphobic, or homophobic, and instead of taking it as that, I feel like we're immediately going, but what if they might say these things too? But maybe there are some gay people and transphobic people that are racist or sexist or horrible or evil or whatever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But they're not being investigated and they're not being in a misconduct process.
Yeah, no, I think my point is more.
Yeah.
I want a standardized
Yeah.
level of scrutiny for
That's
everyone.
consistent.
Yeah, consistency.
Yeah, got you.
I'm not saying these guys are not wrong. I'm simply saying the way that they got caught, I don't like. I hate the fact that the police. Oh, we just stumbled across this group chat. Oh, look, and they were saying derogatory things. No, you just went through his phone looking for something to get him into trouble.
Just say
that.
And then, okay, well,
Do you get me?
I mean, they also put an image. So another officer, oh no, this is the same officer, sent an image of a black male in handcuffs that he'd detained, and an image of the drugs seizure. He sent the picture of this image of the black male in handcuffs on a bench next to a police officer with the caption, "Someone's sad. Nice little find. I found all that in the moped." What do we think about that?
Is it objectively true?
What do you mean?
As in, did it happen?
Yeah, that's his arrest.
What's the problem? They're going to say you shouldn't put it in a group chat. Fine. Punish him for putting it in a group chat.
Yeah,
If we're going to say that's racist, no, it's an objective truth. It happened. He nicked someone that happened to be black, that happened to have drugs, that happened to be on a moped, and he's just articulated that.
Do you not think, though, with his tendency, let's say, to be transphobic, homophobic, objectify people, that there could be a chance that, his character,
maybe.
there could be some chance behind that the likelihood would be that wasn't just an innocent.
Maybe, but we could just look at, I don't think we should be in this culture of pushing, looking for more when he's already given us enough to fire him. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because when we start labeling people just because we want to label them, that's the reason society is so messed up. Because people are saying, I'm so scared because I'm going to get called racist. But then they still continue to do racist things inside the Met. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, this guy has breached GDPR or whatever by posting it in a group chat and having a conversation about it. There you go. That's enough to punish him. We don't need to take that next step and be like, oh, he might be racist. It's just like, why?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. I think that it's just sort of context. But
because
I mean,
what he said there, I don't have a problem with it. If it's objectively true.
Oh, what the arrest? And
Yeah.
the picture, yeah. Well, okay. So then, anyway, like to go. So there were some other officers in this group chat, which there was another officer that engaged in these conversations and said I think I could F a tranny, and I don't think you're allowed. You can say tranny. I think that's transphobic.
I think tranny's off. You're not allowed to say that anymore.
Yeah,
it's
so
transgender.
that's,
You gotta. But I don't know. I don't know. But I don't
believe
think it's
you
nice.
You can't say that. Yeah. And also just and saying the word bent. You can't, like, that's a homophobic word.
Bent.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
he
not
referring
bent.
to gay?
Yeah.
Okay.
And calling someone a bent.
Because they use it in the context of bent copper. So that's why I was just asking.
No. Yeah. It's they're talking about gay.
Yeah.
Something about about pride. They're talking about pride.
Okay, cool.
So someone said, "Are you going to Pride?" And he said, "No, I'm not bent."
You don't need to be gay to go to Pride, by the way. Just letting you guys know. Like, you don't need to be black to go Carnival.
Yeah.
You don't need to be white to go flipping Glastonbury. You don't like. Come on, guys. Let's not be dumb.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Okay. So then there was another officer that just really just all of the same sort of things. Anyway, talking about hose and stuff like that. Just all of this. So basically,
I love the way you just glossed over hose.
because
be talking about hose.
I just don't. I'm just more shocked by the other stuff, to be honest. Maybe that's just because I'm used to hose, because society is more overt about hose than, anyway. So basically, the gist of this really is that 3 of them, including the main one who sent the picture of, I don't know why you'd have a picture of a child with a superimposed penis on them.
That alone is issues. You see, that person,
I don't
know. You're not allowed to create it. So, they won't let you draw it or create it or manipulate images like that. But, can we not talk about that? That's just weird.
It's just really, really
like,
bad.
that's a fireable offence, of course. 100%.
Well,
don't tell me
he got fired. And
okay.
There was another misconduct he was involved in regarding something of a sexual nature. But anyway, he got fired. So this is where I'm a bit like, oh gosh, okay. So one of the officers that was engaging in the misconduct was gay himself, from the LGBTQ plus community.
See, I didn't know this, and does this not further prove my point that there are people from those protected groups or minority groups that will also partake in such conversations? So when we're looking at it, don't look at it from the lens of, oh my gosh, you said this about this little group. People are just dicks.
Yeah. Well, he was saying, yes, I engaged in all of this, but because I have come from that community, I can, because it's a free ownership of these words, and oh my God, it's getting the shit out of me. Sorry. And that he is trying to create positive dialogue around words that have had such a negative impact on the community, etc. That's what he tried to use in his.
Okay, I'm gonna bleep this out. He's using the difference.
Yeah. That's why I laughed. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, he is. I'm not gonna say that word again because I can't bother to bleep it out over and over again. But he's using. Yeah, he's using it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a South Park episode.
Yeah, he used that, and I don't understand why he thought that was gonna get him out of trouble. But anyway, so this is just another point I want to say with this one. So there was also another officer who engaged in these.
Can you be homophobic or transphobic if you are trans or homosexual?
You 100% can.
Okay.
I think you 100% can. Maybe.
Yeah. Wait. Yep. Sorry. A very good point was made, because black people can allegedly be racist towards black people too. So,
wait, are
okay,
you saying
fine.
they can't or they can?
I'm just saying the Met say they can. So okay.
Well, I don't think that they would be inherently. Is it the case where possibly if you're coming from a community that you're being phobic to or hateful towards, but you come from that community, is it that actually maybe you're not inherently, like innately that phobic? It's just that it's coming from a place of struggle with being in that community?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to.
I don't know.
That's for him to explain.
Yeah.
but I find it because the Met Police have made several rulings on black officers being racist towards their own, which is hilarious. Yeah. The Met. Listen, when you want to look at racism with the Met, they say black people are the racist one, and Asians. For some strange reason, no white people get found to be racist. In the Met, it's just the blacks and Asians.
Yeah, sorry, I've got that now.
And normally towards our own.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. That's why I just find it all a bit strange. I'll say the Met say that you can, but for me, racism has an element of power. There's a power dynamic involved, but yeah, I'm not gonna go down that road. But yeah, go on, Izzy.
Well, so to sum it up, I mean, the officers that said the bulk of the horrendous comments, or the bad comments, were dismissed, or they resigned before they were dismissed.
Yeah.
But 2 of the officers remained, and that was because one of them, which is Special Constable Chapman, failed to challenge or report these officers. He also lied about saying he didn't see the picture of the child with the penis because he was at dinner and he
didn't lose his job for lying.
And he only quickly looked. He quickly looked at it or opened it and didn't really see it and didn't report it. Yeah, and so they found him. They said it's highly likely not. And they said that they found him to be making that up, basically, that he did see it.
Yeah,
and so he's lied and he's received all these pictures, been in a WhatsApp group, not reported it, etc. He only got a written warning for 18 months, which I don't think is good.
I think it's fair.
He's lied about not seeing a picture of a child with a superimposed penis on it and sat in a WhatsApp group with transphobic, homophobic comments in and not done anything about it.
And remember, I always do this off of the previous misconducts and the outcomes of those. I'm not doing it based off of what I think. I'm doing it off of how the police act when they punish people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
actually, well,
then,
no. Let me take that back. Because the comparison that I have is Robin Williams. He should have been put in the sex offenders register, and he should have been convicted and charged. But that depends on the picture of the picture. If they defined it as a picture that's illegal, then yes. If it wasn't, for some strange reason, then no, because it's not an offence. Then yeah, he should.
I mean,
he should probably lose his job. Yeah, he should lose his job.
I mean, yeah. But can I just say, actually, just quickly skimming through the other officer that remained, so he got a final written warning. He actually did say some of the comments.
What did he say?
He said, bear with, I hate it when it's like 70 pages long. Jesus Christ. He said, bent. He said, thought you didn't hire gays when they were talking about other special constable. He's got one chest hair. You've got a token gay. Don't need another.
And he didn't lose his job.
No. Image posted of a fire engine.
So the people that did lose their jobs, what did they do? Because
so they did the superimposed picture of a child with a penis and said the transphobic things about it and him and her and stuff like that.
I thought we didn't hire gays. So in what context did they say, I thought you didn't hire gays?
So he said in a conversation with another special applying for a new job with another of the special constables, he posted, thought you didn't hire gays, think he's got one chest hair, you've got the token gay, don't need another.
So you've got the token gay, that's an issue.
But saying also, thought you didn't hire gays, like, what?
Yeah, he's just pluralising a group of people.
And
I know, this doesn't sound nice,
we don't need another gay.
That's an issue.
And then...
if anything, that's the biggest issue. Because there he's showing a direct problem, like he's got a specific issue with gay people.
Yeah, exactly. So he's homophobic and he's kept
yeah,
his
you
job.
could argue that he's homophobic. But...
And then
but if you look at it, by saying you don't need any more gays or you don't need another gay, he's not saying that he doesn't like gay people.
Oh, come on.
No, he's not, because he's saying that you've already got
But
one.
it's a hostile thing to say towards gay people.
It's not nice at all. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's still in the
No,
umbrella
I'm
of-
looking at what he said, and
Yeah.
I'm breaking it down
Yeah.
in terms of what he actually said. And I don't like to go into, oh, he might have meant this. He literally said,
Thought you didn't hire gays.
that's not a problem. I thought you didn't hire gays as a question.
But why would you even say that? I wouldn't say I thought you didn't hire.
But okay, I flip it like this onto myself. I
Why-
thought you didn't hire black people.
No, but wouldn't say that either. Like what?
No, but it may be a question that he sees as, I thought we didn't do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it from that perspective. The other stuff that
I
he said,
dunno.
yeah,
And he's also said, he said bender as well, which you can't say
see, for me, whenever I hear the word bender, I just think of thingy.
in between us.
No, what's it called? Futurama. That's all. But
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah.
such a strange word. I'd never
It's-
use it
it's-
derogatory towards you.
It's
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
The Met don't take that into consideration.
Yeah.
They use different words in our
Yeah, they don't
Oh.
take into consideration cultural.
I'm still
Cultural
sorting through
difference.
this.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
But yeah. So anyway, he got a final written warning, which I
Nah, he should be. I'm gonna swear, right off out of the job.
I think so. I mean,
How
along with the
can
others.
stay.
Along with the others.
Yeah.
But yeah. So no, I just thought that was an interesting one of another WhatsApp group with. I mean, I'm very strong on that, regardless of how you're coming across these WhatsApp groups. And yes, if it's not in a good way, if it's in an illegal way and it's in an unprofessional way, they shouldn't be just, arresting people or taking people's officers' phones and whatever. But that's one other thing. But I genuinely believe if you come across private conversations between officers that contain anything phobic of any sort, straight away out. That's what I think.
I wholeheartedly disagree. I just don't think it's appropriate to discipline someone for something that they did privately that wasn't against the law, and the only way you got it was.
Yeah, but you don't have to just be a law abider to be in the police. You have to abide by the ethics and the professionalism and
Yeah,
the
and-
standard operation.
Exactly, that was going to be my point.
I
My point is
understand-
no one
and-
else does, so
and
why
look-
do these people have to
And guys,
privately?
I get that, but we're never going to make a better force if we then all go, well, they don't have to, so why should we?
Yeah, the
You see what I
argument.
mean? That's
You're
what my
you're
mum
right.
always says to me,
I agree.
Because I'm like that. Well, why should I if no one else does? And it's like, how will we ever change or get better if we all are like that?
If the standard bearers are not adhering to a certain level of accountability
Yeah.
and level of all the other ethos that the Met
Mm.
apparently have, then they should not be the arbiters and the judges for others.
I get
That's
that.
why I sit there and I say this. It's not because you're wrong, Izzy. It's simply because the very people, the SLT, do the exact same thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then they have the audacity to turn around and say, well, you said Bender, you should be fired. It's just like, bro,
Yeah, I
give
get
me your
you.
phone.
I get you. I
Give
get
me
you.
your phone. Let me see what you've been doing. Because I will
100%
find
get
something.
You. I 100% get you.
Yeah.
And I understand where the frustration comes from in that. I do. Like, apply this to the senior.
Yeah, give me your phones.
Especially in the f***ing DPS as well. The
Oh,
senior
one of those
leaders
guys.
up
Don't
there.
let me start. But we're
Let's
going to
get
end it
Katie
there.
Lilburn's phone.
Oh, but
because
don't start.
God knows.
I've got a good one with Katie Lilburn now, so we're going to...
Yeah. Go on to
Yeah?
the next one. Yeah.
All right, cool. Is your body ready, Izzy?
No,
Are you mentally
but-
prepared?
Let's do it.
Okay, PC Astwood Braun, yeah? I need to give context to this because this would have flown over people's heads. They would have looked at this and just seen an officer that just misused the police systems, which in itself is a criminal offence, but don't know why those things aren't always pursued.
Yeah.
This is a trilogy, or at least, is it a sequel? Not even a sequel. This is a two-parter.
Okay.
And people won't know it's a two-parter because they deliberately did it backwards. Yeah, the Met are sneaky and slimy. Very, very, they know what they're conniving, yeah? So Astwood is, he got himself, I don't know if he got nicked, but the DPS came, seized his phone while he was on duty because he decided that he wanted to go onto the police systems, onto Connect, and he wanted to access someone's, when you get booked in, when you get nicked.
Yeah.
Custody record.
Yeah.
He's saying that basically he did this because he's part of the violence suppression unit, the fake TSG, and he does that every single day to see who's been nicked and if they need to still go after them. And I'm like, yeah, you're chatting absolute batty crease because that's not the way that you would do it. You can use Cremint, You can
Yeah.
sit there. There's other stuff that you can use outside of having to
Actually go on the
access
document.
someone's custody record.
Yeah.
The custody record he accessed happened to be another police officer that was arrested.
Oh,
and you're like, well, wait a second. How do you... His defense is, I accidentally did that with the keystrokes. Funnily enough, the DPS actually did a semi-decent job. And they were like, no, we took the keystrokes from your computer and we can see that you just typed in this name.
Oh
Not going to tell you the
my
name of the person
God.
because I know who it is.
Sorry, did he know who this person was as
He
well?
worked with this person.
Oh,
The question is, how did he know to type that in, that he'd been arrested? Because that's what you would be
Yeah.
asking. You'd be like, well, how did you know this person got nicked? Because when you get nicked, because I'm someone that's been nicked, when you get nicked, they don't tell anyone, and you don't go to a station where there's going to be people that know, because you don't, they try to keep you
it on the
safe
down
as
low,
such.
yeah.
They keep it on the DL. So this person got nicked, and the only person that would have known that he got nicked is the person making the allegation, who was also on the team. The allegation was of sexual offences.
Okay.
So when sexual offences happen, just for context, they will tell the victim, so the victim knows. That's just a thing that they do. So let's go into it. Astwood's out on patrol. He gets a phone call from his sergeant saying, come back to the station. He then proceeds to delete his whole phone. He deletes his whole phone, goes back to the station, then they go, oh yeah, give us your phone, blah, 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 blah. They don't nick him, I don't believe, and they take his phone. He has an interview, blah, 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 where he's like, no, I didn't do that, blah, 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 blah. The person, prior to that, the reason everyone knew that he had been using the systems like that, not because the Met actually does audits like they say they do.
Yeah.
It's because he paraded around the office
Oh, God.
the fact that the officer that was on his team had been arrested. So he was like, guys, look what I found. He's showing everyone, he's like, this person got nicked, oh my gosh. And the question is, how did he know this? Because the person making the allegation, the female, the lady, was also on the team.
Oh, God.
So the only way he could have known that this person's been arrested is if that lady
If she told him.
told him.
Right.
Yeah? That's just logical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
how was
the
he going to know?
only
If the
way.
skippers didn't know, people don't know. So how was he going to know? Because even when I got nicked, my skipper didn't know until after they ring him and tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
She's told him.
so the DPS have gone, okay, so she thank you. Look
Told
at Flip,
him.
you might as well be Hercule Poirot.
Yeah.
Yeah? That's what everyone would say. They'll be like, oh yeah, well, she clearly told him.
Oh my God,
So
she didn't?
what
Okay.
he has said is that he's just stumbled across the name while doing his trawl
and-
through Connect, looking for people that have been arrested in custody in that specific custody.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Under that name for some strange reason. And when the DPS, and when he was taken to his gross misconduct, and they asked, okay, why did you delete your phone? Was it because you had stuff on your phone that could get yourself into trouble? He was like, no, that's just what I did. He didn't just wipe his WhatsApp. He wiped his WhatsApp. He wiped his iMessenger. He wiped his Snapchat. And
He wiped the whole thing.
Yeah, he wiped the whole thing. Who wipes their iMessage? I didn't even know you could do that, first
Neither
of
did
all.
I.
And then
His
he goes on.
Snapchat, everything.
Yep, he then goes on. So, and I'm jumping here, but it's because it's so ludicrous.
Yeah.
The officer making the report about the guy that's done this, yeah, about Ashwood. Officers on the team made a report and they went, this person has breached rules and he has shown everyone this. He should not know this.
He shouldn't have done
yeah?
that though, to
Yeah.
be fair. Like, does he want to get caught in trouble?
He had it on his phone for like 8 weeks, by the way, and then decided to delete it on the day that the DPS were coming for him, which allegedly he didn't know.
Wait. You know how he had it on his phone for 8 weeks?
Yeah.
You know, when he first got it to those 8 weeks, at what point in there did he go and show the team? Was it the beginning?
Yes,
Or like,
as soon as he found out. As soon as he found
Wow.
out. And the reason we know that to be true is because the officers that reported him also told the person that, you know, the
one who's been
guy, the one
arrested.
that got nicked.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah?
Okay.
So they've done the right thing. Well done, officers, for reporting this dickhead.
Yeah.
Well done, yeah? They've reported him. They've said, no, this isn't appropriate. He showed the whole team, blah, 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 blah. You see the last one we were talking about, the WhatsApp groups and the conversations. Do you think the DPS thought to themselves, these other officers who didn't report, we should maybe look at their phones to see if they've either A, deleted everything on their phone, or B, haven't, and we can see the conversations. Do you think they did that? That'd be a good line of inquiry,
Yeah, I
wouldn't
don't
it?
think they did.
They,
Nah.
of course they
Of course
flipping
they
didn't.
weren't. Nah.
And the question would be, why did they not do that? It's because, and I can tell you, hot off the press,
Too much work?
because the allegation that was made against the officer that got arrested was one of a very serious one. It's of sexual assault, rape.
Against the other officer
But
in
what
the team.
people don't know yet is that he actually made an allegation first. The officer that got arrested made the very first allegation in this sequence. He said, I've been sexually assaulted by her.
Oh,
She
God.
got herself arrested. No one knew because no one went on the police
Because he
indices.
didn't tell, and he didn't
He
tell
didn't tell
people.
anyone. Yep, no one knew about this. She then went on to make allegations in interview. She refused to answer any questions and said, I'm not going to answer any of your questions in interview, criminal interview. I'm just going to say that, in fact, he raped me.
Mind you, like, if you wouldn't answer any questions if it's not true.
Her only response was a counter-allegation. She just went, well, he just raped me. So I'm not
Wow.
going to answer any question about the day, date, time, place of the offence that you're alleging against me. I'm simply going to say he raped me roughly between these months and these months. And that's all you're getting from me. The police decided to NFA both,
Okay.
but only gross misconduct him. So let's
Sorry.
work our way backwards here.
If you're
She-
going to NFA both, gross misconduct or misconduct both.
Yes, but the problem,
No?
see, Izzy, you're very smart. That's what most people would do, right? You're very clever. You've seen right through it. You've gone, well, why hasn't she got gross misconduct? Because the only problem is, and this is just me just spitballing, yeah? The reason that they can't misconduct her, gross misconduct her,
They fucked
is
it
because
up.
by doing that, it undermines the allegation into him.
No, sorry, I'm so confused. Wait. What do you mean, what do you mean? It undermines, what do they mean?
Izzy, if you're saying that Dom has raped Izzy,
Right.
yeah, that's okay. But if Dom says, no, Izzy raped me first, yeah,
That would undermine
and we
the
both
original
get into
one.
trouble, and it is both fully investigated and found that, let's say yours is first, and they go, well, actually, Izzy's sort of embellished a lot of this and none of this has happened, it discredits you and it makes me look even more right. It's like, oh, Izzy's a bit of a liar, you know?
Right,
Izzy's
right.
story isn't
We're going to bleed
consistent.
some more, yeah.
So right now, we have to knock off one of these misconducts. And I'm
why
going to
do
say
they
it.
have
I'm going to
to?
say it. The Met don't really want to target women right now, regardless of what they've done. Yeah? So if they were to find any findings against this woman, say she's a liar, she embellishes, she's promiscuous, which I don't agree with it being a reason for someone being guilty or innocent, by the way. But finding these things, it would make his case, it would weaken the case against him. So let's just go back. Let's wind it back. I
baffling.
told you, this is a trilogy. Let's wind it back. These two, wind it back to our original Ashwood or Ashton or whatever his name is. You would think he got fired and criminally investigated for this, wouldn't you?
Wait, what would the criminal, not that I'm saying it wouldn't, but
Misuse
just,
of police's
Yeah, oh, okay.
databases. You're not allowed to do it.
Yeah, because that is a criminal crime.
Yeah, so what
Yeah.
he's done is he's taken information, he's gone on, looked at the guy that's been arrested, and then paraded it to everyone who should not know.
Okay, and that, misuse of computer acts.
And
or
then he's
whatever,
put it
yeah.
on his phone and kept
Okay.
it there, and we don't know who else he sent it to
Sure, okay, so that
because he's deleted everything, and the Met didn't decide to download everything fully for some strange reason. It's
so
weird
he
that.
should be, charged for the crime.
He should be
and
charged for the crime that
misconducted.
he gets misconducted. They NFA the crime. Don't know why.
They've
and-
obviously, but when they NFA and when they drop these things where it's obvious, they've obviously fucked up something.
No, or
Surely?
they can't afford to have the man look good. So the
saying?
officer A, who's been alleged of the rape, who's got a gross misconduct pending that is now NFA,
Yeah.
who got nicked.
Yeah.
If you find any of the other two to have done something really dodgy, then it makes his really strong. And just putting it out there, funnily enough, he also has an employment tribunal. And the Met have history of targeting people that take them to court.
Mm.
So you've got this three-way, this triangle of an officer committing the offence of misuse of databases, of the computer the indices, yeah? You normally be arrested, but in this case they go, do you know what? We're not going to arrest you, we're not going to charge you, we're just going to gross misconduct you and then give you a final written warning for a criminal offence that we know you've done, but we're not going to charge you for it.
Shouldn't they get in trouble for not doing a policing thing?
Yeah.
Who can't the police can't the commissioner of the police, because he's like the representative of the Met, get in trouble for the Met not doing what it's supposed to do, which is holding people criminally accountable?
By who though? By the person. Oh wait, that's a good question. The person that would do it is the person taking them to employment tribunal, and the person taking them to employment tribunal, who I'm not going to say their name, who the original officer, the one that got arrested, the one that's been alleged of a sexual offence, he's now being targeted because what they're doing is they're just NFAing everything else.
Can't that officer report Astwood separately as a crime?
He
but
did
they'll
report.
say it's an internal
They've already NFA'd it. The criminal allegation.
I just don't get it.
Yep. Let this sink in. He got a
confused.
final written warning. I think it was 18 months or 2 years.
Astwood?
Yeah.
He got a final written warning for 2 years.
Yeah.
They say. Wow.
For going on the police database and misusing it, so taking pictures of it, showing to everyone, and then on top of that, deleting his whole phone when he got caught.
Yeah, very suspicious. Well, okay, so he's got that.
And she hasn't even got a gross misconduct. They're refusing to give her one.
I'm trying to process this whole trilogy. It's because I skimmed through that misconduct and I was like, nah, dead. I can't even. But I didn't even realise all of this. I just went on the summary.
Some of the mitigating circumstances was that he was young, and that because he was young in service, they wanted to, let him have a nice, good future with the Met Police. Yeah. And he also apologised. It's like, you apologised because you got caught, dickhead.
Exactly. Wait, okay, so the Astwood thing, I don't necessarily agree, but I understand that.
Sorry, can I just jump in?
Yeah.
Mitigating factors, I know you love these.
Yeah.
Evidence of genuine remorse, because you got caught, dickhead.
Yeah, exactly.
Insight and or accepting responsibility for one's actions. No, you didn't. You deleted your phone. And you denied it when he got arrested, when they first did it. And they were like, no. Because he was like, no, it was by accident. No, we saw your keystrokes, dickhead.
Yeah.
We were impressed by PC Astwood Braun's evident acknowledgement of the extraordinary stupidity in this matter and the evident remorse shown. We are satisfied that he would not repeat the conduct. What?
I can't.
Oh, but just for further context, there is an Asian officer that reported himself for doing this. He reported himself. The DPS never found out. No one knew. An Asian officer did this. He went, do you know what? I'm gonna confess because I don't do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get in trouble later. So he goes, I used the police indices, the database, and I did a search that I shouldn't have. I didn't send it to anyone, but I'm just letting you know. They gave him a 5-year final written warning.
Wow. I can't cope.
Yeah.
But I'm really still confused about the allegations between the other officers.
Yeah. You've got counter allegations.
I don't understand.
And they've NFA'd both, and they haven't gross misconducted the lady.
What did they gross misconduct him for?
Okay, we're going to end with this. I'm going to explain what he's been gross misconducted for. It's already been put up, but his name is not up there. He's been gross misconducted because whilst in a relationship with this lady, he called her a retard. And he didn't say, you are a retard. He said, what? Are you being a retard? Are you retarded? Because they said something really, really silly. Not that I'm saying that it's okay to call someone a retard, but we should look at how they communicate. If me and you, Izzy, communicate in a way in which we use profanity, it is okay. It's agreed clearly from both of us that profanity is okay within our relationship.
I don't know.
Yep.
know.
And I'm going to put this out there to close. Yeah? And this is stuff you're not going to see in the gross misconduct that I know to be true. The girl, the lady, the female officer, used phrases to the extent of this. I like Stormzy. I would love him to
Oh God.
Yeah, they be saying stuff like that.
Where?
So
Who?
I'm just letting you guys know because you're not gonna hear this. And if you want me to prove it, I can prove it for you. But just know,
Oh.
this officer who's not gross misconducted, this female officer that made the allegations, that went to interview, that refused to answer questions and cooperate with an investigation, which is misconduct in itself, is not under gross misconduct. Even though they have the exact same allegation as the person that made the initial one, which
Wait,
was a man.
It can't be. Did she no comment everything and then just provide the counter allegation?
She didn't even no comment. She just said
She just
this.
did
She came with a prepared statement of this.
Of this is what.
He raped me, and that's all I'm gonna say.
And with the whole Stormzy comment, where was that? How was that come
That was
about?
in conversation with her partner at the time, which was the officer.
Was that reported?
Yeah, DPS weren't interested.
Oh, do you know what? Like, this one's.
This is why we have to highlight these
madness.
things, because if I don't say this,
Yeah.
no one
just-
will ever
no one
know,
knows.
and you're gonna take it. Listen, guys, yeah, let me wrap this part up. Guys, you need to understand, these gross misconduct reports, me and Izzy, we know it does not have all the information in there. I've had the experience of going through gross misconduct. I've seen people go through it. I've sat there with them, and I see what is redacted, what is removed, and what is not acknowledged. The chairs remove stuff, and then they write the report. So sometimes, or a lot of the time, the stuff that you're reading is not the whole truth. Yeah? So for example, this Astwood Braun, they're not going to tell you the full context of it. I'll tell you the full context because I know.
Yeah.
And you can do with that information what you want. Do you get me? That whole team that works in South Area, that whole team, they should be under investigation. Honesty and integrity. You all saw my man commit the offence and you sat there and did nothing about it. The sergeants sat there and did nothing about it. Yeah? And the sergeants are like, I know I'm closing up on this, but the sergeants were saying stuff like, I can't quite remember who called him back to the station.
I can't recall.
Fam, you lot are probably in the WhatsApp groups too. I would have
Yeah.
taken everyone's phone and been like, let me just see what I got on here. Because my man deleted all of his stuff. That alone stinks.
Yeah, it really does.
And the chair said they cannot determine the reason for him deleting his stuff was because he was trying to hide that he had it. We knew that he had it.
Yeah.
So the only reason he's deleting it is because there's other
more.
things
Yeah.
on there.
Uh-huh.
And you know
That's
how I feel about
obvious.
WhatsApp groups and stuff. But
Yeah.
this time, I would say the DPS dropped the ball. They
Yeah.
didn't. They deliberately put it down on the floor and walked away. That's what they did with it. They did not drop the ball. They put that thing down on the floor and bopped off. Yeah? Anyway, we're going to move on to the next one.
I can't.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the Bad Apples podcast this Monday from Misconduct Mondays. Catch all of our videos on Mondays on YouTube, TBA Poddy, guys. Hit the button, like, subscribe, share everywhere you can. And always remember, bun the DPS.